Welcome back, everyone, and back to the Aftershow. Welcome back and welcome back. Oh boy. Okay, it's going to be one of those nights. Hi, this is Trevor the Vitruvian Meeple. Welcome to the Aftershow for issue 30 of The Powers That Be, Round 1, Fight. Yeah, we definitely we got off to an excellent start. Let's go around and do our stars and wishes, and I think this time we'll start with ECAT.
Well, I think just stars to everybody because we managed to somehow stop the automaton or whatever the hell his name is. That it's so small on my screen I couldn't read the actual name.
Atomicon.
That him.
Do 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 do.
Atomicon, by the way, is partially named after scheduling software for running jobs.
Of course,
product called Atomic, and so
Of course.
going along with the Oracle theme.
Well,
because
and also
because you are that geek.
Also the Atomic Age robot.
Yes.
So yeah, just stars to everybody. And wishes. I wish that Patrick would give us a moment to actually catch our breath. But yeah. So, yeah, it was a fun game. So yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Let's go to Ray next.
Yep, stars to everybody, specifically for everybody seemed to be involved pretty much equally. Like Julie, like that, I think was one of the most badass performances I've seen from Paw.
Yep.
This entire campaign. That was excellent.
Thank
Just
you.
to be able to see your more of your abilities showcased and on the fly when hurtled by El Douchebag. Yeah, that was everybody was involved, everybody was engaged, and the working together was good, which actually like the way, so I get it, but given the emotional, like given how the last episode ended emotionally, it almost felt like, oh, okay, we're just fighting like normal. Now, granted, like we kind of had to, so I get that, but I was kind of expecting any way for that to bleed into what was going on. That it didn't is okay. It's, you know, that's how the episode went, and I'm sure we'll come back to all of this, but yeah, Patrick, great job with, in this particular case, it was all of the specs more than the window dressing, and really nice uh really nice GM intrusions. That's again some fucked up shit, man, but entertaining because it wasn't me.
Any wishes?
I wish for us to keep I wish for us as a team to keep Patrick on his toes. Seriously, like that I think that's the best gameplay when, you know, Patrick does plan for bear and we still manage to find a crack over in the wall down over here, and we like slip through and do something that makes him have to work on the fly. So
I'm
yeah,
completely down with that.
good.
And that's how you end up with one of your teammates being transported up into a satellite while phased.
Yep. All right, let's go over to Matt next. Matt, what do you got?
Okay, well, definite star to Patrick for once again the twisted mind of the GM, also running a very smooth combat session. and juggling all of that. Stars to ECAT for quick thinking on her feet, because when I planned the whole Humvee thing, yeah, I thought I was ramping it into a something the size of the mecha we're fighting next time. Not not a human-sized opponent. I would have kept it on the ground and just driven it into him had I realized that.
It was more dramatic this way.
It was more
It
dramatic.
was a beautiful visual, though. I mean, really.
It was. It just was like I was expecting something 30 feet tall and not 6 feet. But hey, that's
But it derailed the guy long enough for us to get the
to
jump on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the mighty Reich Donner plopped in front of us, so you'll get your wish.
yeah. I've got an idea for that.
Yeah, but our Humvee is totaled now.
What's that?
We have to go steal another Humvee.
Hey,
Oh well,
hey,
no.
hey, I know a guy.
Hey,
Oh.
I'll talk to Dimitri and buy Ice a Falcata next time.
That was my first
Something-
car, dude.
Yeah. So I'll get
So-
you something cooler.
So of course it had to be a junker. Come on.
Hey,
yeah, exactly.
Because I can't drive doesn't mean I don't want a car.
You can
Right,
always
so-
just send it off to the trash squatch to see if he can put it back together.
no,
Oh,
no,
boy.
no. I'll
Oh
talk
God,
to
not him again.
I'll talk to Dimitri, see if he can scare up a Falcata, which is a Russian armored car that seats, I think, a full squad. So
Enough room for all your friends.
yes, yes.
But it's got to be just as conspicuous as the Humvee.
Oh,
so you gotta make it
trust
like
me.
neon pink or something, you know.
No,
just,
no, it makes the Cybertruck look like a um uh a like a little Matchbox car.
That train of thought just went straight to hell, dude.
Yes, it did. This is as Matt tries to multitask and fails
Yeah.
badly.
Right?
As you hear the like 80 baud modem noise start.
me, 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 me.
And you know, yeah, it definitely, Julie, you showed up tonight and
Mhm.
you got comfortable with it, which is good.
Yeah.
So hey, and you get a star, and you get a star, and you get a star. Everybody gets stars tonight.
Wishes?
Wishes, yeah, it's going to be a interesting one to try and top. So we'll see how round 2 goes.
Yep.
And
All right, let's move on to Julie. Julie.
Again, start for everybody because everybody was really using their powers really well, effectively, even when the dice were not entirely behaving themselves and being beautifully descriptive with everything that they were doing. As I said, the visual of the Hummer just flying through the air and, you know, absolutely spectacular. Just, I could see everything, and that really helped me to be able to focus in, you know, plus the, you know, I had the, it was like just a mental reminder of, oh, wait a second. We worked power stunts. Because, you know, fastball special, and remembered that, hey, I'd actually written up some notes on actually, you know, how to use my abilities to do that months and months and months ago. So yeah, it was an immense amount of fun. And I thought, Patrick, you did a great job keeping combat moving. I feel like everybody contributed by thinking through what they were going to do, so there was a minimal amount of dead space.
Yep.
So yeah. And I'm just for wishes to be able to come out round two, at least, reasonably intact would be good. So yeah, and I'm not looking forward to dealing with the Circus King. Just yeah, no.
Right. Well, in addition to echoing what everyone has said, I will actually make it official and give Matt a star for the Humvee launch. No matter what size Automacon ended up being, that was beautiful. It was a lovely cinematic moment. Like Julie was saying, we could all see it, we could all visualize it, and that's what really makes this awesome. Patrick, thank you for the complete curveball to Crash. That was fantastic. And that actually dovetails very nicely into my wish, which is I want this satellite to have a big, huge fucking laser that I can commandeer and blast at the right donor.
Ooh.
And with that, we'll pass it over to Patrick.
All right. Well, stars tonight is very difficult because everybody did just amazingly.
Yep.
So I was debating with how the combat was going to end up because Automacon is a very tough customer. But then, of course, you brought up since you decided to invade its interior space. I'm like, well, why isn't the original personality of the robot still in there? It probably is. And so what ends up happening is that you start dismantling the extra programming that XD has put into it in the process of repairing it. So at this point, it's just kind of rebooting, and we'll be back online eventually. We'll see what kind of state it's in because you guys have beaten the tar out of it. But yeah, it has the ability to repair itself, of course, because otherwise it wouldn't last very long.
Yeah.
So in terms of wishes, I really wish I could just keep going and going into further and further detail, but the story has to finish at some point. Otherwise, this becomes like, the Brandon Sanderson version of the game where it just keeps going and going and going and going.
Yep.
But we, of course, have other things that we want to do. So many other things. And at some point, it'd be nice to go back to playing because, as much as I love running games, I love playing games as well.
Yep. That's why I am so thankful that you volunteered to do this so that I could sit in the player seat for a while, because I feel you with the Forever GMs, buddy.
Yes. Yeah, I love doing both. They're both very different activities in the game, and although they're narrowing closer to each other with newer ways of playing, which is great.
Yep.
And I look forward to working on more of that as we move forward.
Yep.
So that is really awesome. But I very much am happy with where we are with things in the main part of the game. So hopefully next week we will be able to work on resolving some of the story arcs, especially Paw. Paw has a great opportunity right now, having to deal with some family bullshit and hopefully sort some things out. And also have to introduce yet another person that you're going to have to deal with, and kind of the shadowy person behind things, because of course I am a smart DM and I don't let you know who the problem person is because you'll just go and kill them.
Yeah.
Right.
I've seen that trap so many times. I have been involved in that trap. Ooh, man.
Decapitation strikes are, yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
That's
So-
when the plot pivots to the lieutenant taking charge and getting revenge.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
the
you always-
power behind the throne. So, Patrick, what's the Reich Donner's payload?
That's
Okay.
a loaded question.
So, interestingly, the Reich Donner is made of World War II era munitions and some of the more outlandish things it is speculated that the Nazis had developed.
Right. So
So
what's visible? So
So
it's got
what's
machine
visible?
guns.
on each of its arms, it has, I forgot the name of those things. The high speed machine guns that the barrels change out on when they overheat.
Those are the Gatling guns?
Well,
No,
or it's
it begins with an M.
Well, there's the MG42, which was the pretty standard German. It also makes an appearance in Star Wars as the one of the stormtroopers' support weapons.
Yeah, no, actually, I think it may be it's a cluster of MG42s. It has 88 millimeter cannons on it, of course, because
Of
why
course.
wouldn't you give it artillery? It has a variety of grenades. On one arm, it has a vortex cannon,
Okay.
so it doesn't have a hand on that side for the vortex cannon output.
Of course not.
Which is a theoretical anti-air device. And also on the back, it has a rack for firing missiles. These, of course, are not modern guided missiles. They are
No.
more or less small versions of the
V1s
V2.
or V2. Yeah. Okay.
V2s.
All right. I think I have something.
Yeah, so it doesn't have there are no laser weapons on it.
No, that's fine.
Plus, it can punch things very, very hard.
I was hoping for explosives. Okay.
Yes, it has explosives.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm very curious to see where the satellite comes in and where those particular lines are drawn and how that's going to intersect with the right gunner, because it's gonna. But like I said, I just wanted to have a big fucking gun that I can shoot at the thing, because that would be fantastic. Nuke it from orbit.
Written on the side of the satellite is SOL.
Yes.
How the rocks start levitating when it's about to fire. Like, oh.
Meanwhile, the little Jewish girl is going, fuck, 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 fuck.
That's orbital robot control lasers.
Yeah, it's the orbital one from Akira.
Yeah. Thank you. That was the visual that I was thinking of, and I couldn't remember where it was from. Thank you.
Yes, that's the Sol cannon, which I've always adored. I thought that was a great, oh yeah, I wonder what they're gonna. Oh, orbital bombardment. Okay, that might kill.
That'll leave a mark. Yeah.
Yeah. or more specifically, it won't. All right. Anyone else have anything before we shuffle off this recorded coil? All right. So, quick note to our audience: sneak peek. As the schedule currently stands, we are moving up the next 2 sessions a week each. So instead of the 15th and 29th, we'll be looking at the 8th and 22nd of July. When we were negotiating schedules, it took me like half a dozen times trying to say that before I got it right. So I'm really glad I got it right on camera. For further updates, please check out at Vitruvian Meeple at YouTube. You're watching it right now. But in the meantime, for Patrick, ECAT, Matt, Julie, and Ray, I am Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple. Have a good night, everybody.